Hello, welcome everybody. We are live here in Facebook, here in the channel HOD Radio Network. Thank you to the people that always are joining. And I'm going to say here that I'm very thankful today. Today is December 31. We're at the end of the year. It has been a very challenging year, has been exciting year, very reflected year. And for me, it has been an honor that I have been doing this show here in HOD Radio Network maybe since the beginning of the year. I'm gonna have a year very soon. I'm gonna have to check the dates, but I'm gonna have the year very soon. And I'm gonna say here that every day I'm getting more satisfied because this show, I do it live here in HOD Radio Network, and at the same time, I do a LinkedIn Audio Room that is going to open in few minutes. But one of the things that happens is that I after that, I record it and I put in my YouTube channel. And I am beginning to notice that the shows, they're becoming to be more and more views of the show after the fact. I had the show that the last week is heading to the 4,000 views right now. And the other shows, some of them that even had month there, now they had 2,000, 3,000 views. So for some reason of God, the shows are beginning to get views. People are getting interested, and I'm receiving comments regarding the show. So I'm very thankful. I'm very honored. I'm very humble. I'm going to say here thank you to the HOD Radio Network because have gave me this platform to do this show. I have been doing also the LinkedIn Audio Room, but unfortunately the LinkedIn Audio Rooms are coming to the end. So now we're doing it in a Zoom. So we're beginning to do it in a Zoom. And thank you for the people that are coming. The people that are the first comers, I'm going to introduce myself. I always do because there are people that are first time looking. My name is Jose Pereira. I'm a former oil and gas executive. And by the way, I was a CEO of a multinational that went through a hostage situation 7 years ago. That happened in 2017. And it lasted for me 5 years in that hostage situation. I could come back 2 years ago through a prisoner swap, and during these 2 years, my first year was kind of my healing process, and I decided after the fact to become a leadership and resilience coach because I discovered that the situation that I went through gave me a lot of strength, a lot of resilience. I had the leadership background, so I combined those two things, the leadership and the resilience, and that's what I do today. I'm a leadership and a resilience coach. I have this podcast. This podcast resulted because I had my newsletter called Building Resilience that I do on a weekly basis in LinkedIn. The people that don't know, please go to my profile in LinkedIn. I'm gonna leave the link here too. So you can subscribe to my newsletter. Every week I talk about leadership and resilience. So my podcast is called Building Resilience. So my newsletter. So what I do is that after that, typically during the Mondays, I do this live event. This event I didn't do this Monday because yesterday I was having some conflict in some issues that I had to attend. So I decided to do it today, Tuesday, because this is the last day of the year. So the title of today's show, I decided to call it Lessons That 2024 Taught Us About Leadership and Resilience. And even that you see this title, this is really like a reflection of what we think has been 2024 for us and for you. So I want to have opinions, comments, and when the Zoom begins, I'm gonna ask the people to come to the stage and share their opinions. How was your 2024? Some weeks ago, I shared that 2024 for me, I had these goals that for 2024. Today, I'm going to do that 2025. I do it always the last day of the year. So today, after the finishing of the show, I'm going to change this for the 2025 goals. What I typically do is that I always put the top goals. I put the health goals, because it's important to take care of your health. The family goals, family values, important. Your work goals, the money making. The finance, how you handle your finance. Your personal growth goal, because it's important to take care of yourself, your growth. Your hobbies, take care of the mental and physical health, hobby. And your spiritual goals. So this is very important, because now you will be putting what are your goals for next year. This everybody that wants to be successful have to do their goals. You have to write down the goals, because this is the only way you can measure how you're doing. This is the only way that you can see if something is, for some reason, is going wrong, if you have to make change, etc. So the way I decided to put my goals, I put it in here in the top of my office. So I was literally looking at every day, so I could make a track of those goals. Today I can say that I'm very grateful that I could fulfill my goals. But this is something that I want to talk here today to you, because sometimes we are in the situation, and this is to you that are hearing me. Sometimes you are in the situation that maybe for some reasons you had some visions, some dreams that you decided to become your goals of the year, and for some reason today that you haven't achieved it, or even worse, maybe that not only you didn't achieve it, that it went in the contrary, in another way, and then you can feel today that that you didn't tackle your goals, and then that can give you some sense of that depression or anxiety or many situations, because December is a very weird month that people got very sensitive in the skin, and I was hearing the other day the statistic that unfortunately during December the peak of depressions and the peak even in suicide is high, because people get lost. And I'm here to come to say to you that even that you haven't achieved your goals, don't look at it in the bad way. Look at that you have now the opportunity to continue pursuing. Do your goals this year, get committed to them, and pursue. The only way you can achieve things in life is pursuing, because that is exactly what the resilience is. When you, for some reason, are having some setbacks or struggles or adversity or any situation in your life, that doesn't mark your circumstances, whatever is going in your life. So you don't see what is going today. You will see you where you want to be. So this is the way you have to see things in life, and those setbacks and those problems that you had to look at like opportunities. Instead of looking like a setback, look at like an opportunity. And that will allow you to come back, bounce back, and then the setbacks become comebacks. So that was, by the way, the podcast I did last week. That was from setback to comebacks. So because this is the way it has to be, see the things in life. I'm going to talk about my particular case. I'm very open, very honest when I talk here. So I don't have no issue with that. Because when I came back 2 years ago from my captivity, I found my life totally miserable. Miserable because my family was totally devastated physically and emotionally and financially. So I had to rebuild everything. So I stayed those 5 years in captivity, and then I found my life in miserable. And I couldn't have gone in the way that many people can do it. They get depressed and get lost. But I decided to begin to pursue my dreams. I begin to insist and insist and insist, and the things begin to change. The things begin to change. But I'm gonna say something here, something that is key in all this, and this is a reflection for you that are hearing me. If you want to achieve your goals, you have to be surrounded by people that are in synchrony with you, that share the same values, that you are connected in the same energy. Because this is the only way that you can connect. When you persist, and when you do it in the right way. Give me a second, that somebody's asking me to connect. For some reason, there's a problem. Let me see. Okay, so that will allow us to achieve our goals when we do it in this way. Connect with the people that have your own values. This is the only way that you will really get that synchrony. Because if you connect with people that doesn't have your own values, maybe you can get diverted. I was talking the other day with somebody, and by the way, I did a post in my LinkedIn account. I referred to that because the brain, your brain, you can retrain your brain. Your brain, typically, it will reflect what he see. So if you repeat things in your life, at some point your brain is going to be retrained to follow what you are repeating. So that's why it's so important when you manifest things, when you decide to say, I'm going to do this way and this way. This is the way that your brain gets retrained. And from a spiritual point of view, when you pray every morning, you do your morning prayer, and you are manifesting to God first the gratitude for your life and everything that is going in your life. Even if you're going to things bad, you express gratitude. And then you ask. Remember, the Bible says that if you ask, you will get. So you ask what are your needs, but you ask from your heart, from your soul. And when you decided to do this in a daily basis and do it with faith, the faith will make things incredible, because now you will get that great connection. And when you get that spiritual connection with God, there's where the miracles begin to happen. You will begin to see miracles happening in your life. And this is something that if somebody that is hearing me doesn't believe me, I can tell you, I'm a live testament that is so true. I have my own testimony that this is so true. When you, in a daily basis, you decide to pray, you pray, and you ask, you give your petitions, and you really have confidence in God, things will be manifested in your life, because that's the way God operates. Yesterday I did a post in my LinkedIn profile, and I believe that I did it also in Facebook. Yes, I put it in Facebook. You can find it if you go to my Facebook. You will see it. I was saying that something that happened to me some days ago that I'm going to share here again. Before my hostage situation happened, I was trying to, do some things in the company that I was working. I was trying to protect the company because there was having some issues between the Venezuelan and the U.S. government, and we were trying to protect the company. So one of the things that I decided to do is I decided to hire a former manager that he got retired. But he had a lot of wealth knowledge about the company. So he was a great guy to have working with me. So I contracted this guy. So when we finished the job that we were doing, this guy, he was so grateful. I remember that he gave me the thanks, but he gave me a $1 coin, these big dollar coins that, those they are like coins for collection coins. Big one, not a small one, the big one. And well, it surprised me, and I asked him why he was giving me that. And he told me that dollar coin represented his grateful and his connection with God, and it was a symbol that you will always will be prosper and will be successful. So I decided to put that dollar coin in my wallet. I put it in my wallet. And it became to be great because, I got connected. I always saw that dollar coin like a symbol, a symbol of the prosperity and the success. 1 year after, unfortunately, happened my hostage situation. I was in a business trip and happened. We were taken hostage and we were accused to be American spy, by the way. So they took everything. They took us everything, including my wallet where that coin was. And, time passed. I stayed 5 years there. But from time to time, I always was thinking, what happened with my dollar coin? Who has it? What happened to it? So I was always guessing on that. 2 years ago, I came back through a prisoner swap, as I said, and I had my new wallet. I bought a new wallet that I have it today with me, the wallet, not my wallet. But the other day I was putting some cards in my wallet, because I needed to put the cards in my wallet. And happened something really strange because I was doing that and look what happened. It appeared, the coin. The coin appeared in my wallet. So I got really surprised how I got back my coin. It appeared in my wallet. So these are the miracles that God does, because that God knew that was a symbol for me, and He returned it to me. So what I want to say to you is that maybe you are having issues today in your life, but believe me, God operates in mysterious ways. He can do miracles. He can do the impossible. God can make the impossible. You can find things that doesn't have explanation in the world, in the normal world, because they come from God. God moved mountains. God pacified the storms. So God can do anything, but you have to have faith in Him. You have to really have faith in Him. And this is something that I want to tell today to you. One of the main recommendations for next year to you is that write down your goals. Visualize where you want to be and have faith in God. And work for it. Of course, you have to make it, because God will help you, but you have to make it the day manifest. You have to work for it. You don't have to wait that God do everything. But have the confidence in God that He will make the miracle. And do it on a daily basis. Pray, ask, express gratitude, and ask, and ask, and ask, and ask, and pursue, and pursue. And my friend, you will see things happening. In 1 year, if you do this, we can be talking in 1 year, and you will tell me The people that are hearing this today, if you do what I'm saying, and we talk in 1 year, I will love to hear your opinion after 1 year. I always remember that when I came to back that I went to my church, my pastor, he always says that, give me 1 year. Give me 1 year and I will change your life. And he did it. He did it. So that for me has been a revelation when God reveals to you. So continue with the program and talking about the what we want to talk today. That is the lesson that the 2024 taught us about leadership and resilience. I want to say basically several topics. The first one is resilience is a built in the everyday moment. So I want to say to anybody that's hearing me that resilience has to be a daily practice. You need to have that in a daily practice. So how can you do a daily practice of resilience? Exactly the way I'm telling to you. You, in the morning, you wake up and you pray, you express gratitude, you make your petitions, and then you start your day like things are gonna happen. And if for some reason you're having some setback, continue going, because this is a daily practice. This is the only way that you will retrain your brain and that you will make things happen. Because the difference between a person that is resilient and the one that is not is a matter of attitude. It's a matter of mindset. It's a matter of how you're looking things in life. So for me, it's so important that you can consider this. Give me a few seconds there. I have somebody sending me a message here. Okay, so this has to be a daily practice. So my first recommendation to you is that the resilience is a daily practice. You have to do a daily practice as a resilience. The only way that you can achieve things is having that mindset. Having the mindset that things are going to happen. Remember, you have to see yourself where you want to be, not where you are today, because God is looking you how you are going to be in the future. So he's not looking if anything that bad is going in this moment to you. He's looking you in the future. So that's what resilience is, that when you have that mindset and you decided to pursue. The second thing that you have to consider in this year is that you have to lead with empathy. This is so important. In any situation in your life, if you're in a leader position, or in your house, or in your business, or in your community, or in a group, and you have some lead role, please always consider that you need to lead with empathy. Because the only way that you will find those achievements is leading with empathy. If you don't lead with empathy, things are not going to happen. Unfortunately, you're going to fail. So you need to lead with empathy. So what means leading with empathy? Leading with empathy means taking care of the others, taking care of what's going in their life, taking care of what they feel, what are their beliefs, what are their struggles, and when you understand what the other is feeling and you put in their shoes, so now you are going to have that connection, because now you're being empathic with them, and the people will appreciate it. They will see you like a empathic leader, and that will make a great connection. I always say that the only way that you can connect with the people is being human being. This is a lesson that I learned always when I was in the corporate America. working in the oil and gas, I always was trying to be empathic with the persons. But when I went through my hostage situation is where I really, really need to understand why I really needed to be empathic and I really had to connect it as a human being, because we were put in a prison with a political prisoner of that country, because that country is a communist regime. So they have a lot of political prisoners. So I was in an area with all the political prisoners. It was incredible for me that most of these guys that were with me, guys I saw there in the TV, they were ministers, generals, politicians, religious leaders, human rights advocates, people that are very exposed in the media. And that's what the reason that they were there, because they had different way of thinking of this guy, and this guy threw them to jail. So now they are with me in the jail. And these guys, you see them, but they are real persons. They were going through the same situation I was going. So now we are people having the same issue, trying to survive, and we became friends. We got connected. At the end, we became friends. We got connected, and that's the way we could begin and make the connection. Oh, wow. Let me, the Zoom is that is opening. Hey, Allison, hey, I'm here. What happened with the Zoom? Well, but let's do something next time. And I'm gonna use the other link, because, as I told you, I don't have the reason to use that link. Well, okay. I'm okay. Well, yeah, maybe most of the people that were connected, they saw that there was no connection and they're not coming, because I have 30 minutes it began. I have 30 minutes doing it in Facebook anyhow. Okay, well, okay, let's open and then see if somebody comes. But I'm not gonna use more than link, Alison. I'm gonna use the other link. Yeah. Yeah, because I have a Zoom Pro, so I have a lot of, I have the Zoom Pro, so no reason to not to use it, because I'm paying for it. Okay, no problem. Well, we're coming to the end of the year, and I already have 30 minutes in Facebook, so maybe if somebody come, I can try to. I was really making a reflection and going through some of the things that I was suggesting the people to do it for 2024. So the people that are now in LinkedIn, because I have 30 minutes already in Facebook, I'm gonna try to do a summarize of what I did have talking in Facebook. We were reflecting about what that 2024 is about. We were reflecting about the importance of the 2024 goals, that you can reflect about them, how your goals were, if you achieve it, if you didn't achieve it. And what I was telling the people is that if for some reason you didn't achieve your goal, don't feel bad, because always, this is one of the beauty of the resilience, that you always bounce back and then you continue and you pursue. You never go back. You pursue, and you insist. So now I was telling the person that I was giving my personal opinion, because I showed, I'm gonna show it again. Maybe because I had the blur in Zoom, doesn't look good, but this is my chart of 2024. Today I'm gonna do the 2025, and in this chart I always put it's like a grid where I put my top goals, my health goals, my family and friends goals, my work goals, my finance goals, my personal growth goals, my passion and hobbies, and in my spirituality. I'm going to put it in my LinkedIn so that people can take it, download it, and work it. This is very important that you do it, because I was telling to the people that if you want to be successful, you have to write down your goals. You have to, because this is the only way that you can measure if you're going in the right direction or you're not going in the right direction. That's the first thing. The second thing that I was saying is that you have to surround by people that has your own values. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna treat other people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the people that are your close community, your close friends, have to be people that have your own values, because this is something very key in the way you will behave. The brain is plastic, has a lot of plasticity, and the brain can be retrained. And the brain, he will perceive the reality that what he sees that is surrounded you. So your brain will see the behavior of the people that surround you, and he will try to imitate it. That is scientific proof that the brain will try to imitate that behavior. So if the person that is surrounding you is having a bad behavior, your brain will try to have that bad behavior. So the only way that you will connect and make your brain do what you want to do is connecting with people that have your own value and then brings you more value. If you connect with people that you can learn from them, they can mentor even you, that is great. That is great, because now you can have that connection. When you can connect. So my strong recommendation, the first one is that write down your goals. The second, connect with people that have your own values. By the way, I see Dr. Marcia coming here. Dr. Marcia is a great example. She is a Christian leader. And she's very consistent, but she's always posting on her Christian value. So the people that connect with her is because she has those Christian values. I'm the same. I profess and I confess my Christian value because God and Jesus Christ saved me. They are my savior. So I profess that. So now the people that I'm connecting are people that have Christian values. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to treat it. So, but I'm very respectful for everybody that has any profess any religion. By my circle, my intimate circle, has to be people that have my own values. If you are in any area or expertise, try to get around the people that have the same line of expertise, and look for mentorship. Look for people that can give you, add value to you. And repeat, and repeat. That's why the praying is so important. If you do your morning praise every morning, you go and first of all say to God, thanks because I'm alive. Thanks because I'm breathing. You express gratitude. Once you express gratitude, you begin to give thanks for all the things that are going in your life, even the bad things. Because at some point God will manifest what you want to do, and then you express your petitions, and you do it in a daily basis. That will not only will make the connection with God, it will retrain your brain. It will manifest your brain. Remember, your brain will begin to see the reality of what you are manifesting. Everything you say, everything you think, that's gonna become your reality. And because your brain that is gonna perceive that as your reality. So this is the way that you will achieve things in life. And when you make that connection, that strong connection with God, there's where the miracles begin to appear in your life. So that's my strong recommendation in this last day of the year. The people, they are hearing me, and I'm gonna say something here. Anybody that's hearing this, because I know that the people are hearing this in the recording. So if you're here today hearing this in the recording, and you do what I'm saying today, we're gonna talk 1 year after. In 1 year, you're gonna tell me how your life changed if you do this. If you manifest, if you pray, if you have faith, that real faith that God will operate in your life, you will see the miracles happening in your life. Anything can happen in your life. I can tell that I have that. That's my personal testimony. Talking today. So things will happen, but you need to connect, and you need to have that faith. The other thing is you have to visualize yourself. If you already are where you want to be, you need to see yourself there. If you want to be a speaker, a big speaker, you have to visualize you in a big stage with thousands of people, and act in consequence. And believe that you're going to be there. And at some point, you're going to be there. At some point, you're going to be there. Because that is what resilient is. Because you are going on. If you go back, you bounce back and going. And that persistency, at the end, you will become successful. And that's what the great people do. If you go to... Even though, if you go to the Bible, let's talk about the Bible. The great people in the Bible, Moses, Solomon, David, Joseph, Paul. What was the trend of all of them? That they were going to struggle and setback, but they were always persistent, and having confidence and faith in God. They never lose that. And at the end, they became successful. Job, the case of Job. So these are the great examples in the Bible, but going now to the normal world, all those successful people that have changed the world are because they always were persistent. Tom Schultz, the guy of Starbucks, he was kicked from more than 100 banks before he got to give his first loan to begin his first Starbucks. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. So many examples. Elon Musk. I remember I saw a video about when in 2001, maybe 23 years ago, Elon Musk was beginning to his idea to put the rocket in Mars, and he was trying to develop this new rocket that could do the round trip, and he had a lot of failures. The investor was gonna cancel the project because he lost a lot of money. He did a lot of failure. He never abandoned his project. He never. And now look what he's doing. And he's gonna, not only is gonna be successful, he's gonna put the man in Mars and beyond, because he has the mindset. He has the mindset. So this is something very, very powerful, and is so key. I always tell my wife, if the people know more how having faith in God change your life, everybody will come running to God. Anybody will come running to God. Because it's so powerful how God changed your life when you really have that confidence. And when you, because people sometimes are carrying a big luggage, and they put it here in their shoulder, and it has heavy luggage. and it becomes heavy, and it's difficult to walk with that luggage because it's very heavy. When you decided to take out that luggage and give it to God, and you give it to Him, and then now you stay with a carry-on, a very small carry-on, and then you put in the carry-on your dreams. You put there your dreams, and wherever you go, you go with your carry-on because there are your dreams. So that's the way you will achieve things in life. When you give the heavy luggage to God, and you get only a carry-on with your dreams inside, very light carry-on going with you, but knowing that the luggage is in the hands of God. That's the way the life will gonna change for you. I was talking about the first thing in this conversation is that the resilience is built in every moment. It's a daily practice. It has to be a daily practice. Leadership begins with the empathy. I was talking about the importance that you need to have empathy. If you're in a leadership position, you have to be empathic. You have to be a human being. You have to connect the people being human. You have to be adaptable. That is something very important for next year. You need to be adaptable, because even that you write down your goals. Remember that goals, they can change. That's why it's so important that you can be visualizing them in a daily basis, because anything that is going, the situation can change. Anything that is going, you can adapt to the new situation, and then you will be successful because you will be adaptive. So the adaptability is not a negotiable. It's not negotiable, because if you are not adaptable, you're killed. If you're running a business and you don't have the mindset to be adapted to any change, you're dead. You're dead. So you need to be adaptive. You really need to be adaptive. And you have to have purpose. You need to have purpose. So it's so important that you have purpose in life. In life, everything, you need to understand what is your real purpose in life. And this is key. This is key. Because sometimes people are following the wrong purpose. And that's why sometimes you fail. Sometimes people fail because they are not hitting the target. And that's why you need to have that connection with God. You need to have that connection, because this is the way He can talk to you, and He can guide you, and He can tell you, hey, my friend, you have to go in this direction. This is not the way. You have to shift and go in this direction. So when you do that, you're navigated in under the storm, but you became adaptive because now you found your purpose. So finding your purpose, that will be key in next year. So for me, that today, my final reflection to you, and Alison, you're there. And okay. No, because unfortunately the show began 30 minutes late in Zoom, so I'm kind of coming to the end. But anyhow, I'm gonna leave the recording. So I know that people are going to the recording, because I was telling the people that I'm getting surprised that I put in the recording in YouTube, and it's beginning to have a lot of views. You know, that show of the last week is heading to the 4,000 views right now. It's heading to 4,000 views. So I'm very proud that the people begin to discover those videos, and they're beginning to look at, and they're beginning to put very nice comment there. So I'm very proud that the people are beginning to see this show. So if you're hearing this recording, thank you for hearing this recording. So I wanted to say that 2024 has coming to the end today. Some people maybe achieve their goals. Some people no. Some people maybe are having struggles. Some people are not having struggles. But I want to say here that you never give up. Never give up. Always pursue, persist. Today is a day to reflect and to write down your goals. Do it today. Don't do it tomorrow. Do it today. Do it today, so tomorrow, when begins a new year, now you have already your goals written. and that will help you with next year goals. So